up? Sorry that I'm always in the garage for these videos and it still looks like nothing's changed, but I'll go over a little bit. You saw how I'm taking this back down to bare metal to get them painted. Right now we are currently degreasing and cleaning our carriers. This was the nasty one with the pin that we still can't get out. I'm honestly thinking about leaving it because, I mean, the gear is about as free as everything else, you know, as the other gears. So I might just knock it back into place, not even mess with it, clean it as good as I can. The other one, we degreased, cleaned, and this is the mating surface right here that'll go on to your hub, basically. So you'll see the outer line of this. So I just thought about being a little extra. I'm priming it right now. I gotta get some black paint and just gonna coat that black, but everything else is done. We repressed all of the Planet gears in there, so we only have one set left, and we got 2 big Sun gears, so we're getting somewhere. Hopefully in this video, I might make this video a little longer than the other ones, because you know, when I do these videos, they're like 7 to 8 minutes, and I feel like I leave out a lot of good information for you guys, so I just talk a lot, so I might not edit this one this much. So initially, I was gonna use this axle for my front. And instead, I'm gonna use this one for my front. There's a reasoning to that, but I'll get into that in a later video. It's basically so I don't have to take these apart right here when I do the rear, because after a lot of studying, our flanges for the rear are actually gonna mount somewhere out here on this surface. So it would suck to have to debrake all of this to get it to look like that. So this is gonna be our rear, this will be our front. So we can just cut this, throw that away, we don't need it anymore. It'll be a lot easier. So hopefully in this video, you're gonna see us cut this housing down and attach our flanges. I actually just about figured out the measurements last night. Got our side gears welded by Heavy Metal Fab, Mr. Bobby Brown. So I'll show you those too. But yeah, it's a light night, just an easy night. Cleaned some coolers, got the old Honda sitting in the parking lot. So that's what we got going on. See if we can get this thing a little clean. We're back. Got her all untaped for now. We'll have to retape it again to do the black, but I don't have any black, so. But man, this one has come out so nice. So this is what the factory one should look like. You can tell this one is just, it's seen better days. This is the pin that's stuck right here. You can see I've kind of beat it, whatever. But I also have realized the problem that this flat area, obviously there's a flat area for a reason. And as you can see here, they line all the way up around this ring, so your cover plate can seat nicely on there with the gasket or RTV. This one obviously is stuck, so probably gonna have to beat it back up to where it was, put some big channel locks and put this in a vise and spin it. Maybe it'll help break it up a little bit. I just, you know, I'm limited on tools in this garage, but I'm gonna spin the pin so it lines up with our cover plate, because it can't sit like that, obviously. But hopefully we can get this one to look like that one. But man, even underneath, man, I mean, it looks straight out of the factory. Even the gears cleaned up so nice. So just checking in, getting ready. Like I said, hopefully we'll be trimming this axle down, man. But we gotta go to John's, put our side gears back in our chunk, and I wanna set the axles out. I'll show you when we get out there. I think it's gonna be in the next couple days, so it'll be in this video. And I'm definitely taking these two. We're gonna put them in our mag drill and get a 7/8 bit and drill right through them. But we're getting there, so yeah. Good evening. It is Friday night, I think February 3rd. Johnny is unpackaging our diffs, which we put in bags when we took them apart. And I told him he is picking the first one to use here. So can you spin this camera around? Let's see here. No. Oh, what does that do? Okay, sorry for the technical difficulty. Let me spin the camera around. And we're back. So, let me give you guys a little update here. The shop Haven't talked much about it. Don't know if John wants me to. He lost it in the hurricane. It was a big pole barn. It was like a 40 by 120, and the whole shop got taken out in the storm. But we'll get away from that. But the new one is coming up very nicely, and it's going to be a fortress. So tonight, this is what we're working with. So here's our old girls. I bought these, and they're some of the mintiest 5 tons I've seen, and it looks like the weather has stayed pretty much out of them, huh?
Yeah.
Minimal rust. I mean, these things are so clean for 5 tons, and they're matching chunks. They actually came out of matching, like, the same truck. So now remember, Johnny, both of these are going to be locked, guys, but you always want to put, if you think you have a better axle, better chunk, put that one in the rear, because you know most of your power is really going to be in the rear. So we're building the front axle tonight. Pretty big things tonight you guys are going to see, but Johnny is going to decide which one we're going to use. So do it right here for the vlog, Johnny. Which one is the winner tonight?
We're going with this one for the rear. That's going to be the front.
So this is our front. All right, we'll check back in. Like I said, guys, I'm really going to film a little bit more in depth as we get into this project more, just so you guys can learn a thing or two about something, and so can we.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a learning experience anytime you mess with this big stuff, so. Hell yeah. All right, so we're back. Oh, this screen is very dirty. Let's try this again. Try that again. All right, so we're back. Johnny just finished cleaning up one of the ring gears, and these are our carriers that Mr. Bobby Brown welded our side gears in. Let's see if you can see this one here. Oh yeah, baby. So what's interesting when you're building a hybrid, now I can actually show you guys some of this stuff. So these are the stock side gears out of your 5-ton axles. It's 5-ton spline here. Your PS250 axles are a different spline, obviously. It'd be nice if they could make them all the same spline. And the funniest thing is, even on the way with this man right here to go buy my planets, I was under the impression that you use the 5-ton axle shafts. But we learned pretty quickly that that is not how it works. So basically what you got to do is you have to tear down your PS250 to get these out of your chunks. And then you have to get your 5-ton carriers, which are these, and you actually weld in your side gears. It sounds simple, but it's not, because these carriers are designed for those side gears over here. And these are actually a little bit different diameter. They wobble a little bit. They don't sit in there perfectly. So I ended up shipping them off to Heavy Metal Fabrication, Bobby Brown. He builds these things all the time. And he has a jig. And he's done it so many times. I knew that he would get these perfectly centered in there. Because if you don't, common sense, if you mess this up, everything else in the axle will follow. It will just not spin correctly. Those splines have to be, I mean, dead on. So I had him do them. Why not? And he shipped them back in a day, man. I can't thank him enough for doing it. And when we tear down the other axle, I'm going to be sending him 2 more to do the same thing. But right now we just got the front. So here's the inside of our chunk. And like I said, I mean, it's a little dirty, but if any of you have seen 5 tons before, this thing is she's pretty minty, man. I mean, every part that's come out of it has been just really minty. And the other one too. Yeah, so we're gonna be assembling this one fully tonight. Not that one. This is for our rear, but we'll get to it. You guys will get to see that. But Johnny's over here cleaning, and we gotta pack this bearing. A lot of stuff to do, but so one of your carriers will sit this way, and just for reference, if you guys are doing this, these bolts, the heads face this way on the outer edge. You'll see on the other side of the ring gear, the carrier actually sits inside. And I'll get a little bit more into that about how it centers up and how your splines are actually gonna be dead center. Because honestly, it doesn't make sense until you actually go and do this. Because if you look at your ring gear, see it's inside there, you can see that. So they're 2 different widths here. And your ring gear actually doesn't sit dead center. You can actually see that right here. So yeah, we're gonna show you guys how these things go together. We're putting some axle shafts in. We might cut up a housing tonight. Tomorrow is the big day though. Johnny might not be there for that, but tomorrow is the big day. We're gonna actually mate the the flanges to the 5-ton axle. So cool things coming. We're moving right along here. It's another nocturnal type night, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nocturnal mega truck in the old shop. And the trusses are right out here, guys. So we're gonna have a full shop here soon. Just wait. John is not messing around with this build, I'll tell you that much. And then it's that truck's turn. That'll be a cool video. That one will actually probably get some clout. Truck destroyed in hurricane, rebuilt, you know.
Back from the dead.
Back from the dead. So, and this truck's been around forever, guys. It's been in music videos. It's an old DDC truck, Dirty Dave Customs. And it's been through a couple different owners, I believe. But we're gonna bring it back to life, don't worry. It's not mine. I want it though, because that's what we're actually building. That's a good hint for you guys right there. This same truck. God, we gotta go talk about it now. 4-door long bed. It is a 7.3 Super Duty. Don't know the year. Could probably find out if I open the door. But it has the 08 swap on it. 08 tailgate, 08 bumper, and then the grill and the headlights. But this is what I want. Long bed 4-door. This is exactly and probably the same height, cradle and everything. So it's going to be another copycat of one of these. I mean, I'm going to make my cradle a little bit different. Dave, when he built this thing, I mean, this is some thick pipe. I mean, I think it's either 2.5 or 3 inch DOM. I mean, it's thick. And obviously it's strong, but I mean, we don't need anything like that. So whatever. But yeah, she fell in the hurricane really good. And the new owner, he's a really cool dude, I guess. I've never met him, but we're gonna be doing hydraulic steps for it. A lot of cool stuff with this truck just to bring it back to life. He's got a new cab for it, new bed, so don't worry. She's coming back to life someday. But for now, we work on ours. Yeah. All right. I might. There you guys have it. Our full carrier. So now you can see what I'm talking about here. See, there's probably a 1/16 of a gap. So you can't really line these up that well. Ugh, been sneezing. But what's cool about doing this, guys, is you don't have to battle your spider gears, which sit inside of here. Let's see if I can show you one. They would sit on this. Let's see if I can pull one here. I have them still. So these are your spiders. And that's what your side gears actually spin. And that's how the differential works. It's the open diff, obviously. But that's how it works. Oh, God, man. I'm rough tonight. But now, since the side gears are welded, you have a quote-unquote welded diff. Usually guys, when they weld their diffs, they don't mess with the side gears. They usually take the spider and actually make it into one big glob. And they put it back in here with your side gears still free in here. But for hybrids, you ditch all your spider gears and you're just running your sides. Oh yeah, he lined those up pretty nicely, I think. Johnny went and got the old Milwaukee, and we're gonna send these old girls on here. And then Johnny's gonna do a segment tonight. Johnny is the king of safety wire. Now, I am going to do this right, guys. A lot of guys will bolt these back together and send it. They'll put them back in their axles. They won't put no wire on them. And that's fine. But we're going to do it right. And in the event that one of these were to come loose, safety wire's there, man. It's like the military intended for, right? Yeah, he's freaking out here. Yeah, he's in some deep thoughts, so. Oh, yeah. Tighten that old girl up. But these all from factory used to have safety wire that wraps all around this. But Johnny, apparently he's a master. He's going to show me tonight. So I guess I got to hold one of these for him while he spins this, even though I don't think it's going to go anywhere because they made like a hex bolt head here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get them seated quick. We might look up the torque specs. We don't know yet. I mean, tight is tight, right? Other thing, guys, is 2.5 ton guys have it easy. You can look up just about anything online. 5 ton, there's nothing. So, all right, we're gonna get these tightened. We'll check back in. All right, so now we're at Johnny's safety wire class. And when he moves his hand here, you guys are gonna see some beauty right here. This is an art form. Ooh, ooh. You think these bolts are coming out loose anytime soon?
No.
So what he's going to do here is a bolt-to-bolt from the factory, Rockwell does a single strand, but this just looks way cooler. And they're all even number bolts on these carriers, so it's 2 bolts per. And he's gonna make them all look like that. And man, it's a good looking carrier. We're going an extra mile right now. I don't think guys do this. I don't know. I have to talk to some guys, see if they actually do this, you know? Oh yeah. So after this, guys, we are gonna do some measuring for our axles. So before we throw grease and make this thing look real nice, we're gonna set it on the ground and throw the axle shafts in it. So yeah, here we go. Yep, he does a little smackaroo.
I fucking hate you.
I'm glad I don't have a lot of views on YouTube, because there's gonna be guys on there that are like, you know, you're doing it wrong, but
too many twist branch.
Sorry, I only have like 150 subscribers, so. And look at this thing. Look at how he does this. Oh yeah, pump it. Look at that. That's sick. So yeah, we're doing it right tonight, boys. Slow progress, but that's what the name of the game is. All right, we'll check back in. What up, my party people? What you're looking at has been a dream of mine for a very long time. So, got our ring gear fully bolted, Johnny's classy little safety wire, and we have got our axle shafts from the PS250s in a 5-ton carrier. So what we're doing right now is we're verifying some lengths. So I do AutoCAD, right? So I was able to sketch all of this out to scale to figure out the length of my axle. So right now, let's see if I can get you a video of this. I might be able to. You can see in there. I can focus this. Hey, you're not gonna be able to see. But basically, our spline is even here and even here. So we're at the same length. And then we went ahead, got it just about level. Johnny's getting some shims here.
Custom.
And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna measure all the way out. Once we have that, and we're gonna see if it matches on my AutoCAD. If it does, we brought a planetary carrier that we're actually gonna put on the splines, brought the sun gear, everything, so we can see how far it sits. We can verify measurements, because this is where it counts. We have to do this with the 5-ton housing, cut it in the exact place it needs to be, so our axle's just like this. Now we have some playroom. Right now we have full spline contact, but I might want to slide these shafts out about a 1/2 inch either way, just to get a little more length, because we're pretty sure that this thing is narrower than a factory 5-ton. But right now she is looking very, very wide in my opinion, but maybe I'm just not used to it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. It's taken a long time to get to this point, man, but it is so cool. Johnny's shimming things and leveling out. So I'm gonna go grab my computer, show you guys that. We're gonna go from there, so hell yeah. All right, we're back. I think I already recorded this. So we got the old girl out here. This is what I do for a living, so I had to CAD this out. So what we measured is the end of the axle shaft to this end. And what we got on here is 90 inches and 3/8. If anyone's trying to build these themselves with full spline count, that means everything in there, full contact, it is 90 inches and 3/8. We measured them with some straight edges. We used the level and measured all the way across, and we got 90 on the dot, which means that CAD doesn't lie.
CAD don't fucking lie.
Nope. And that just means that our splines are off by literally like a 1/16. So we're gonna keep with that measurement for right now. I might move the axles out, but I like it. So next, what we're gonna do is, see these gears here? We're gonna actually put one of them on. We brought the sun gear and everything to just verify that. So I know, oh, computer. So this is our planetary. This is the whole one piece. And we wanna make sure that where I put this flange is in the correct way. Because if you mess this up, you can mess this whole axle up. So, all right, let's get to it, Johnny. Got the stove going.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So now what we're doing is, this is our sun gear. And you see that groove right there? This is where the sun gear basically sits on here. So then what slides onto this is your planet carrier, which is right here. Which has 3 gears in it. Frost wash is doing their thing. Everything's really clean. This is the one I painted the other night. Well, primed. But now you can actually see how this works. So your sun gear actually sits right in here, and it turns this whole thing, which is where your wheel is basically mounted to, in essence. What we're doing is we're gonna verify the length of this with the computer so we know how far everything is gonna sit. All right, guys. So this is what your planetary looks like. We've made it up to the groove. We couldn't get the snap ring on, but that's okay. Just don't have the right tool. But that is how everything looks. So now we're gonna grab some measurements, transfer them to the computer, verify. But yeah, that's how it works. Pretty cool. All right, so we're back. Oh man. It's amazing what a little bit of degreaser and some elbow grease will do.
Yup.
All right, we're about to assemble our carrier, guys, and get a little bit more cleaning, and I'll show you how these things go together. All right, guys. They're loosely tightened, but we had to figure out, so this is something I learned tonight. So the gear down there, see that gap? And then this gap. You can actually change the way your ring gear rides here, which also changes your spline. So we wanted to give it as even as we could, but she's greased up. We're gonna tighten everything, and Johnny's gonna do his wire magic here. And this diff is ready, and I think we're gonna throw some paint on her tonight. We're gonna see what happens. It's getting late, but we're still okay. We're all right. It's a Friday night. We're feeling all right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. First time breaking the GoPro out here. Oh guys, this is scary. We have got our full length here. We got Zach out here working today. That's our line. That's the next build right there. Check these centers out. Cut these for him a little while ago, but man, it came out great. Big old 2.5 ton buggy. We're gonna set up a little time lapse for y'all here. First time using this GoPro, Zach. For those wondering, it is 40 1/8, I believe, or was it 41? I can't remember. Probably good to tell the people here. 3'4" 1/8", whatever that is what you make your hybrid to. Don't forget it. Well, boys, the deed has been done. Oh, baby. Zach told me it was going to be a clean cut, and let me tell you, she's a clean cut. And our flanges work absolutely great. So, we got one done. You guys saw the time lapse. It's a little fun, and we're going to do the next one here. And then we got us a hybrid axle, man. This is some junk now. Anyone needs some 5-ton drum brakes, you let me know, man. I don't know what you're gonna do with them, but you can have fun with them. Hell yeah.